Chief. Happy. Hello, Pedro. That was a great No, I used to be my kids in there. Who's this beautiful Yes, who's is she? Oh, is it Emma? Oh, is it Jackie? Is that Jackie?
Good evening, everyone. The time is 6:02. I'm going to call this meeting to order. Before I start the meeting, I want to indicate we apologize for the inconvenience caused by the transmission technical difficulties. As we work towards resolving the backfeed issues, we want to inform you that our meetings will be exclusively broadcast on KDC 950 AM radio, which has historically served the City Council meetings for nearly 20 years. We're always thankful for the service KDC Radio provides to our community, and we appreciate your understanding and patience during this process. With that being said, this meeting is being broadcast on KDC solely, and I just wanted to make that announcement to everybody. Would you all please join me in standing for the Pledge of Allegiance?
United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Councilor Dee Valdez will lead us in invocation this evening.
Dear Lord, I pray for this topic tonight. I pray you guide us and give us wisdom as we consider the items on the agenda. May the decisions we make be the best decisions for our city. In your name, Jesus Christ, amen.
Amen.
Could we take a moment to recognize the recent loss that we had? The city of Espanola and the surrounding areas tragically lost 4 young lives this weekend. I'd like to take a moment to recognize those children. Thank you.
Thank you all to the visitors joining us this evening. This is the first regular meeting of the month for December for the Espanola City Council. We don't plan another regular meeting. We will probably have another special meeting planned. But members of the governing body, Ms. Garcia, would you please call the roll?
Mayor Pro Tem Katie Sue Martinez.
Honored to be with you all.
Councilors Dorothy D. Valdez.
Present.
Aaron J. Salazar.
Present.
Dennis Tim Salazar. Denise D. Benavides. Manuel J. Martinez. Justin Salazar Torres.
I hear you. Can barely hear you, Counselor. You're very inaudible. Better.
Nanette D. Rodriguez.
Present.
We have a quorum.
Thank you. Members of the governing body, you have the agenda before you this evening. I am recommending the removal of 9D, the acceptance of the state fire marshal grant. This is going to need to be handled at a different meeting. We don't have.
Move to accept the agenda omitting item D.
Motion made by Mayor Pro Tem Peggy Sue Martinez to amend the agenda, removing item 9B from the agenda at this evening's meeting. Second by Councilor Aaron Salazar. Is there any discussion? Is there any opposition to the motion? There being none, we're gonna move to approve the agenda as amended. Public comment, Ms. Garcia. Public comment is limited this evening to 2 minutes.
Anthony Bradley.
Good evening, everyone. So, as you all know, I am a huge animal advocate. That is actually why I moved to this town. And now with Christmas coming, everybody has decided that their puppies need to be sold on weekends. In parking lots all over this town, I am driving and I am literally seeing them in the church parking lots. The Rock had about 3 different vehicles that I actually sent the chief pictures of, selling puppies out of the back of their vehicles. Like, who cares, right? They're just animals. Nobody cares. People in the Walmart parking lot selling underage puppies. I know what puppies' ages look like, considering that, you know, I've been around for a long time. They couldn't be any more than 5 weeks of age, and that's so dangerous to do. Kittens were being sold out of crates. I'm getting real tired of it. If it comes down to it and I have to start walking up to people myself, I'm going to. So, again, to the city of Espanola, there is free spay-neutering at Espanola Humane. Right now, there is actually even a certificate online that you can print out for a free spay-neuter, which includes no deposit necessary. Also, if you do not have the $30 to put the deposit down, I've actually donated $60 out of my own pocket, which will roll over for anybody who cannot afford it. So no excuses, no more bullshit, because I'm gonna start walking up to these vehicles.
Thank you, Becky.
This is going to be an educational public comment. There's a sunshine law throughout the United States regarding public record. You guys are not fulfilling my public record, and I'm pretty upset about it. I went to the Attorney General's office and got a handbook of the Inspection of Public Records Act, read 122 pages. I just want to inform you all something real quick. Policies don't trump laws. Laws trump policies. So this little portal that you have going on, where you click on a link and you gotta do all this bullshit, that's not law, that's your guys' policy. According to the IPRA handbook, section 14-2-8, letter F, saying I can do a public record request via email. You guys are all rejecting it. You, city manager, Councilor Salazar, Justin Salazar Torres, I believe you need to let the city manager know to be his purview regarding the members of the public instead of hiding in your office last Tuesday, which I got word of from all kinds of people in the city of Espanola. And you sent this lady to come and talk to me because she doesn't know what she's talking about. Nobody knows what she's talking about. It's a lot of word salad going on. You guys need to, Debbie has been gone out of the office for like 2 weeks. She hasn't learned anything. I thought maybe she thinks this training she'll learn. Brenda, you're awesome. I appreciate you so much. You're awesome, Brenda. But you, city manager, you're getting purview. You take care of the whole entire department. You're the overhead of everything. You don't send people like this. This person doesn't even know anything about public records or the clerk's office. You know, that's your job. If you don't want to talk to me, then that's fine. But it's your guys' responsibility to get my HIPAA requests fulfilled as I need them. That's it. That's all I have. Oh, one more thing. I'm letting the city of Espanola know that they're on notice.
Next up is Ivan.
How you doing? I come to you as a resident of Espanola, and I'm kind of concerned because of my water bill. You guys only marked 3 numbers on here, okay? It should be the whole amount of my gallons. I'm a single guy, I don't live with no one else, only me. I don't waste 320 gallons a month, okay, I don't. So I shouldn't have to pay an extra $70 after the 3rd month. Cause if my gallon, if my bill isn't, my gallon is not that high, I shouldn't be paying an extra $5. If I do, there should be a rule of why I should. But anyways, I'm just coming before you guys to let you know that, I don't think I should be paying the extra $5 after the 3rd month. That's just like giving anybody $5. It's like giving a crackhead $5. It's here, you know? And that's basically what it sounds like. Thank you, and if you can, just let me know about this, about the bill. Thank you.
Thank you, Ivan, that would be all, Mayor.
Thank you, members of the public for signing in for public comment this evening. Councilor comments? Mayor Pro Tem, Peggy Sue Martinez.
Thank you. First of all, I want to recognize Councilor Peter Valdez, ex-councilor of City of Valley, and also Commissioner Jeannie Bustos. I want to thank you both. Both are active with the Downtown Action Team. What a successful event you had on Saturday for this community. I got a lot of feedback from different people that were not from here and some that were from here, just talking about how beautiful the parade is and how incredible it is every year, and it seems to be improving every year. I know there's burnout in your group. I know that you guys are tired, but man, what a great job you're doing. I also want to recognize the fire department for their rendition of Mario the Moose. We turned one of our fire engines into the Moose. That was incredible. What a great job you guys did. Thank you, Chief Johnny Martinez, for your creativity and your commitment to representing the city of Espanola. I want to thank the staff also, and wish everybody a very Merry Christmas. Thank you, Mayor.
Members of the governing body have comments this evening? Them being none, I wanted to recognize, we're having Shop with a Cop fundraising dinner next Monday, December 18th from 5:30 to 7:30. We're at the Beatrice B.Q. Martinez Senior Center. Tickets are $8. Mayor Pro Tem Peggy Sue Martinez has been hustling everybody in the world for tickets because I tried to sell people tickets and they said they've already bought tickets from Peggy. But there's tickets available at the door. We've all been out selling tickets. Chief Garcia, members of the public are helping us out too, so we're grateful for this. Last year we had a great turnout. We made like $3,000. The beans and chili is being cooked by Sandy Quintana of Big Dogs Catering, so it's going to be delicious food for us to enjoy. I guess there was a counselor comment that didn't come through. I'm gonna go back on the agenda to counselor comments. Counselor Dennis Tim Salazar.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. I just wanted to add in reference to the city bills that are coming out to residents. I am growing more concerned about that. Reason for that is I'm getting more and more residents and businesses that are reaching out to me with concerns about the city bills. Most recently, regarding the North Central Regional Transit District, they received a city utility bill for the month of November alone for the amount of $17,804,638.44. That's ridiculous. That's ludicrous. They had to put a stop payment on that. In fact, that would have greatly affected the North Central Regional Transit District from their operations, their daily operations and everything else. So I'm just encouraging the city, we need to get this under control as soon as possible, also in regards to other residents that are concerned. There are some emails that I sent out to the city manager directly. I'm still yet to get a response. And me as a counselor, I think that's something very important to get a response from the city manager and of course any directors. It's just common courtesy. And then of course to get responses to the individuals that are reaching out. And again, like I mentioned, it's growing. There's a few individuals. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Councilor Reyes. Tim. I'm gonna go back to matters from the mayor. I wanted to.
Mayor, I have my hand up also.
Well, I would help to know what's going on. Okay, well, you need to, Councilor Salazar Perez, you need to raise your hand so that the clerk can allow me to know that you're requiring to speak. Councilor Justin Salazar Perez.
It had been, sir, and then it went down because you moved on, but, anyways, and this is questions for the city manager, if he can address them during the city manager's report. But, I have yet to receive clarification on the Christmas lighting contest, on if we are going against our anti-donation clause with the money that's being provided for that, or what's happening with that. And then second all, I would love for him to elaborate on the emergency purchases that the city did regarding trash trucks. Thank you.
Okay, we'll talk about that, Mr. Lujan, during the city manager.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Matters from the mayor. Additionally, I wanted to thank everyone who helped creating the float for this year's city's light parade, sponsored by the Downtown Action Team. Wow, there was about probably 20,000 people along the parade route. I know I talked to Tini and Peter Valdez, and just the incredible turnout that we saw. This was the list of employees that helped us. We want to thank them specifically. Jackie Bernal Chavira, Chantel Pacheco from the Cashier Utility Billing Office, Nick Mangus, Damian Velasquez, Alex Suazo, Stephen George, Christopher Montoya, Jonathan McCullum, Pablo Montoya, Diego Perez, Mr. Jeff Sargent, our General Services Director, Alejandro Trevino, Matthew Herrera, Zach Hall from the Fire Department again, Desiree Lujan from General Services, and Connor McCubbins from the Fire Department. And special thanks going out to Fire Chief Johnny Martinez's daughter, Alison Martinez, and good friend Victoria Trujillo for helping make the antlers for this year's float. What an incredible float. I'm very excited to announce that we received second best of show at this year's light parade, and then we received second place large commercial. So I really am grateful for that, and I think actually Miss Tini Bustos has something to come up and talk to us about that.
Yes, we do, and just take a couple of minutes of your time. But this is Tini Bustos. I'm the president of the Downtown Action Team, and beside me is Pedro Valdez, who's the vice president of the Downtown Action Team. And he and I have been with the Downtown Action Team as well as its predecessor, Espanola Main Street, for over 30 years. And this is my 25th parade. I think there's 27. So we really wish to thank the city of Espanola for all the years and all the support that they've given us. And yes, it was a great parade this year, and I believe, Chief, no major incidents?
Just one arrest.
Just one arrest, which I don't know what happened, but we'll talk later. Anyway, so it was a great thing. Yesterday when I was interviewed, they asked in my 25 years what I liked most of any of the parades. And as I told them, I said, it's all about the kids. It's watching the kids see the lights. Kids of all ages, of course. And, just seeing them really, really enjoy the parade. So thank you again for all your support, and congratulations on your win.
This year we had a lot of kids participate on the parade. I don't know if you saw, but a lot of these folks had kids in the parade, so that's a good sign that the kids are interested in the parade. Thank you.
And let me get this for you. So in honor of this year's Grand Marshal, you'll see a little moose on the trophies this year.
Quite frankly, I believe this award deserves to go up to Fire Chief Johnny Martinez, as he was the project lead. Thank you for your hard work on creating the float for this year's Light Parade, Chief Johnny. Appreciate you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Take one with the traffic.
Council Peggy Sue, those are nicer than those.
They are very nice. You did an incredible job.
Chief Martinez told me, he says I have a lot of experience back when hunters used to make the float for Hunter Ford, so we are excited by getting this award and distinction. For the last 2 years, we've been putting a float in, and actually, I think last year we won second place as well. I think the Transit Mix beats us every year, and I get mad because the Transit Mix has the same float every year. I also want to take this time, this matters from the mayor. I mentioned the benefit dinner, correct? Yes. Yes, okay. Please join us next Monday, December 18th at the Senior Center. Moving on, city manager report.
Thank you, Mayor and councilors. I want to start off this evening by informing the new mayor and the governing body that I have named Elijah Modis, who is currently the road superintendent, as a temporary interim director of the sanitation division. I have to make this decision based on the fact that both with the resignation of the former director and his foreman, who was the interim director, also leaving also resigning earlier this week, or late last week. Elijah has taken over the department in a positive way. Mayor, councilors, we made a little roadblocks over your services are still running and running good, running solid. I don't foresee any interruption in service. We're moving forward with this till we can name our new directors. It's being advertised now. We have a lot of interest in CDL drivers coming to work for the city of Española. What's great about Elijah, he currently has on staff within his division 2 CDL drivers, so they can fill in any time. Mayor, if you recall, at the inception of the sanitation department, it was the roads crew that helped work with them to get the sanitation department up and going. And we will continue to make great strides in this. As you know, Mayor, you've got to crawl before you walk, and you've got to walk before you run. So we're 14 months into the sanitation department, and so I'll jump real quick into the fact that we did have to make emergency purchases for. I authorized emergency purchases of vehicles, of trash vehicles, based on the fact from the former director that we could possibly be endangering lives with the equipment that was purchased by the former manager that was not up to date. Basically, they're governing body of substandard equipment, but we're making it do. But now we're purchasing vehicles right out of Albuquerque. They will be maintained out of Albuquerque. We have no other choice, Mayor, but to make the emergency purchase. And I don't want it on my conscience, and I don't believe anyone in this governing body does if anything would happen to the crews. So we will, instead of waiting 2 years for these vehicles, Mayor, I was informed today that some of them will be here in 60 days. And I believe the last, more closer to late March or April, the last vehicle. So it's within a 120-day window, Mayor, after everybody, purchase of these vehicles. And it makes more sense to take it 80 miles to Albuquerque to get it maintenance and fixed, and more local for us to do business with, and made more sense, Mayor, the time and availability of these vehicles, rather than have to wait 2 years, which is the norm right now. Moving on, water operations, I have promoted Bryce Abeta from, his title was a supervisor, I made him a superintendent, so he matches up with with Elijah Mares and our wastewater superintendent as well. Same, nothing else increased, just a title change, so we falling under Public Works as a superintendent. We're needing to meet with our engineers more for the Silky Way. So we're working on finalizing the plans for the Silky Way project, which should be shovel ready with the $1.3 million that we have currently appropriated, early next month. And I'll be coming back with that project. I met with the NMDOT, with their staff, regarding the monies that are being provided from the federal government for New Mexico 68, the $22 million. They wanted to explore combining the recent money that we got from the watershed project here, the governing body. They wanted to combine that $16 million, we're trying out, it's appropriation of 13, they wanted to combine the monies. I wasn't totally in agreement with that. I had, there are two different areas of the federal government that are funneling this money, that are providing these monies to us. So combining them, I need to make sure that, one, that it's okay, that it's legal, right? And what could be the ramifications of combining the money? Because one's earmarked specifically, right, for water, and the other is earmarked specifically for road projects, right, $22 million in 4 different phases. I don't know if we can really stabilize the budget with that and moving forward with allowing ourselves to possibly jeopardize the $13 million and where it could get mixed up, combining the monies and not going to where it should be centered and what the wishes of the governing body mayor and yourselves will be with utilizing that money and what it should be earmarked for. We expect to have the funding for these projects by the end of 2024, early 2025. So they may be, the DOT always looking at time changes. Our funding for the 22 million is to the Army Corps of Engineers, and then the 16, well, the current 13.5 that's available, that's through the Water Trust Board. DOT is on board to expedite State Road 76. That was a meeting held with the mayor, myself, Jerry Valdez, the executive director of NMDOT, and the chief engineer from District 5, Javier Martinez. And Mayor, you could probably allude to the fact that was one of the best meetings we've had with the DOT. And we're moving forward. And as I had committed to this governing body that we have that project ready to move as early as this spring. And according to what they told us, Mayor, they're on board to help us make that happen. We do need to get on with some MOUs, the state does, the NMDOT, with Opio Winger regarding an easement for the drainage near Camino Miramontes. And this could help us move forward on the Camino Miramontes project. We need to have them on board with the land that they own. And that's not our job to enter into any land agreement or any MOUs. That's the New Mexico Department of Transportation does. Those agreements are already existing there. The governing body. I've been working with my department directors to remind the staff that they're in the city, when they're in the city vehicle, they're using the city vehicle, whether it's the roads departments, water, wastewater, GSD, any of the departments there, that they need to look around and be conscious of the fact that there could be trash thrown on our roads, on our sidewalks, anywhere within the city, and stop and pick them up. And help setting the example that we care about our community and that we're working through it so we can, as we had that cleanup day in early November, that we continue to strive to keep our community clean. And with that, Mayor, I will stand for questions.
Officer Justice Salazar Torres.
Thank you, Mayor. We still have one more question to ask the city manager about the lighting contest.
Oh, I'm sorry, Counselor.
Anti-donation clause, if anybody.
I'm sorry about that, Counselor. My understanding regarding that, Counselor, is it was a private benefactor that was identified early on that would pay for the prize money. I'm not sure who that person is, they don't wanna come forward and be acknowledged, but from what I understand, that's all I know, Mayor, Councilor Torres.
All right, okay.
And I believe under that, Counselor, that does not violate the anti-donation.
Okay,
And the attorney's here, you can ask our attorney, city attorney is present.
Sir, please don't interrupt me.
I wasn't gonna answer you.
You just stated, that some monies would help stabilize, the budget, so are you stating that it's unstable? And where are we with the budget? And I would like to know where the line item for this emergency purchase, where this funding is coming from for the, trash trucks. And the only reason why I'm questioning that is because, taking action against a specific city council vote and directive, because this had already come before us. So what does that mean? That us as a city council now have to go and reverse our vote? Because this has come before this governing body. So I'd like these questions answered.
Counselor, I want to clarify, I heard what happened at Public Works meeting. There was no vote taken to purchase the residential commercial trucks. There was only a vote to purchase the smaller truck. I don't know the specific details on that, but that was done in September of this past year, and we purchased the smaller truck. The two larger residential collection trucks, that was not purchased, so that was not done by the council.
We did, and correct me if I'm wrong, if any of the other committee members that were on that committee, we did recommend it to come to full council, and it came to full council.
Mayor Pro Tem Peggy Sue Martinez.
Thank you, council, for your comments concerning the situation. I think it's important for the public and the council to have a breakdown of the numbers concerning what we were presented before and what was spent on these trucks. Could we have that? Could April do that?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Ms. April Moya, Finance Director.
Good evening, Mayor Pro Tem, councilors. I would like to take a quick break to go provide the information that you need because I need to obtain it, so I can give you the exact numbers. The figures around 736,760. I want to make sure and get the correct paperwork. I didn't know that question was going to be prompted this evening.
Let's give her a 10-minute break. Will that give enough time?
Sure.
Motion for a 10-minute
And
recess.
actually, the purchase, because part of getting an emergency purchase, the requirements from the state are that they be posted on the state purchasing department website as well as our website. That was done, so that is open to the public as well as our councilors, our mayor and our mayor pro tem, that they can also see transparency as to how that request came in from the sanitation department, as well as how my certified procurement officer determined that to be an emergency. It has the appropriate signatures in place based on our internal procurement policy as to who can approve an emergency purchase. So I can get you those exact numbers, but I just wanted to clarify that if you do go to the state purchasing department, you will see sole source and you will see emergency purchases, and all of the transparency documents are there for the public to see.
Jordan, just to follow up on that, like I said, I just want to know where our budget, where that stands, because if we're going to spend, $700,000, and we still don't have, and we're still not okay with our budget, I just need some answers because it just seems like.
So Counselor, to respond to that question, there was a $1.1 million budget that was set up for the equipment that was brought to me originally within my, I think, second day of being here from John Francisco, and that is somewhat what prompted this purchase after several meetings, and also just, getting adjusted to what was going on within the city hall and the finances. I'm still trying to work very hard diligently to get a hold of the budget. Again, for clarification purposes for the council, the mayor pro tem, the public, we do have an operating budget that has been approved by Department of Finance. I am pending a letter from Cordy from Department of Finance. The only reason that the budget is unmodified is because the audits have not been completed, and until that's done, it will stay in that condition. That's the way Department of Finance puts the term on the budget. We are an operating budget, so there is an approved budget. When I came into this position, I think within my first 2 weeks, again, I have to go back and look at the submission. I don't have that off the top of my head, but if you'd like that information, I can get a verification email that I can present to the council, mayor pro tem, to show that the budget is approved and we've been working operating budget. Internally, I am working on multiple budget adjustments at the time because prior to me coming, nobody was approving how purchases were being done. So there are some budget adjustments that do need to be completed. So again, we do have an operating budget, and in reference to the other comment I made about the audit, FY22 audit, again, for transparency purposes, because that keeps coming up, that 22 audit has been completed by the city of Espanola. We are not withholding anything. That is in the hands of the state auditor. And as far as how quickly the state auditor processes that is out of my hands. But as soon as they are done with their process, I'm sure it will be posted publicly, and hopefully I will receive something prior to that to present to the full governing body. And then we will be able to resume or begin the FY23 budget, the FY23 audit, in which I have already hired the contractor that's going to carry that out. But again, we have to get a clearing from our state auditor.
Ms.
Hope
Moya,
that answers your questions.
Ms. Moya, at this time in council, we're gonna take the recess that we asked for at 6:49 to allow Ms. Moya to get the paperwork together, and then we'll reconvene in about 10 to 12 minutes.
Thank you.
Time is 6:57, Mr. Rennick.
Thank you, Mayor. I've got microphone on both Zoom and here, so I can mute that one to speak here. This agenda item is the manager's report, which he is correctly doing as requested. And he requested further information from staff member, and that's appropriate as well. The council appears to want to discuss it in some manner, and I believe that that discussion would be better conducted at a future meeting in which it becomes an agenda item. I think the manager's report and Ms. Moya's report are entirely proper, but the discussion needs to be on an agenda.
Mayor, can I make a follow-up on that?
Go ahead, Councilor Salazar first.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I totally get it. They need time to get, stuff in order. I get it. So I'm fine with that. As long as we're just informed, that's all I want to be, is just informed, please. Thank you.
As a follow-up regarding that, the city council will probably need to convene a special meeting on Tuesday, December 9th. I have asked that that will be placed on the agenda, the discussion of this item, and that will be discussed on that Tuesday, the 19th agenda.
That's next Tuesday?
Great, thank you.
Mr. Lujan, do you have anything else for your city manager report?
No, Mayor, thank you.
Thank you. Items proposed for council consideration, discussion items, action items. Members of the governing body, you have before you this evening item A, resolution number 2023-32, discussion and approval of Open Meetings Act for the city council meetings on the second and fourth Tuesday of the month. Ms. Garcia. So, top presentations.
we've got, openings meeting act resolution number 2023-32. And this will give all the rules and regulations for committee meetings. And it's also got, the timeframes. And, what times and what dates. It will be the second Tuesday of the month and the fourth Tuesday of the month for regular city council meetings.
Is there,
Motion to accept the resolution 2023-32.
motion by Mayor Pro Tem Peggy Sue Martinez to adopt resolution number 2023-32. Second by Councilor Aaron Salazar. Is there any further discussion? If there's none, Ms. Garcia, just for clarification for the record, there is no change to the scheduled meetings, correct?
Correct.
So the council will continue to meet on the second and fourth Tuesday of the month. Special meetings, obviously, of course, and emergency meetings will be held as needed. The first Tuesday of the month will be Public Works Committee continuing. The first Wednesday of the month will continue to be Public Safety. The third Wednesday of the month will be Community Services. And when does Finance Committee plan to meet?
That I believe is the 17th or the 19th.
No, I'm talking about scheduled time of the month per the open meetings.
That would be the 4th.
Fourth Monday?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay.
I'll have to
Can we make sure?
Yeah.
What is?
They should.
Mayor, if I may, it's going to be on the third Tuesday.
Yeah, okay,
Tuesday
just
of the
saw
month. We
it.
found it,
So,
yes.
okay.
And they are all at 6 p.m.
Finance Committee shall be conducted the third Tuesday of the month. Community Services, the third Monday of the month. Public Safety, the first Wednesday of the month. Public Works Committee, the first Tuesday of the month. And all meetings will begin at 6 o'clock to take place here in the Espanola City Council Chambers at 405 North Paseo Oñate. Alternate locations are the Mayor's Conference Room within the Espanola Public Library, the Plaza de Española, and the Espanola Planning Commission Chambers located at 409 Paseo Oñate. There's no changes to this Open Meetings Act resolution. There's a motion made by Mayor Pro Tem Peggy Sue Martinez, second by Councilor Aaron Salazar to adopt the motion and adopt resolution 2023-32. If there's no further discussion, Ms. Garcia, resolution.
Please roll call vote.
Yes. So Ms. Garcia, would you please call the roll?
Mayor Pro Tem Peggy Sue
In
Martinez.
favor.
Councilors Nanette D. Rodriguez.
For the motion.
Aaron J. Salazar.
In favor?
Dennis Tim Salazar.
For the motion.
Justin Salazar Torres.
In favor.
And Dorothy D. Valdez.
For the motion.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Item B, holiday schedule, December 24, 2023 through January 1st, 2024, and donation of leave. Mr. City Manager, Eric Chabon.
Thank you, Mayor. This is from our understanding tradition in the city of Espanola, so I'm gonna keep with that tradition. And it'll be 2 days that'll be allotted that the employees give, for their time, their annual leave. And any employees that don't have that specific time, that we can go ahead and allow them to be accommodated by time donations. So this is a tradition, we'll give the 2 administrative days, Mayor, and the holidays to be included.
So being transparent, are you done, I'm sorry?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Mayor Pro Tem Peggy Sue Martinez for.
Thank you, Mayor. So, the city facilities are closed obviously on the 24th and then on Christmas Day. 2 administrative leave days, the 26th and 27th. And then the employees responsible for taking the 28th and 29th. And then it falls back into the weekend again, and we resume work on the 2nd of January.
Yes, ma'am, Mayor Pro Tem, yes.
Okay, so.
And the emergency, obviously, the emergency, responders don't get this, so Chief Garcia, Chief Martinez, Chief Wick, thank you, gentlemen. and your teams, your department's efforts, and, I believe also sanitation.
Sanitation will not pick up on Christmas Day, correct?
That's right.
And they will not pick up on New Year's Day, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
So when will that schedule be accommodated?
The following day.
Okay, so then we'll push everybody back one day?
Yes, ma'am, or we'll try to accommodate everyone. The busiest, trash pickup days on Tuesdays. So, obviously the holidays are falling on a Monday. And so we will accommodate, as we can see, and I will work with Elijah.
To get it done?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, the other thing is, being that we return on the 2nd and the staff will not be here the entire week and the weekend leading up to that, that goes back to the first Tuesday for Public Works and the first Wednesday for Public Safety. Those 2 meetings will be canceled because we won't have time to follow the Open Meetings Act and advertise and post as needed. Because they come back here and having them do it beforehand is just not fair to the staff.
Yeah.
So that means that the first Public Works meeting and the first Public Safety meeting will either be, rescheduled, or if there's stuff that's timely, rescheduled. If not, we'll probably not meet until February. But I know that there are people that wanna address issues on the Public Safety meeting, so more than likely we will reschedule that, okay? Motion to approve the, holiday schedule for the city of Espanola.
Upon discussion from legal counsel, he's recommending the tabling of this.
Mayor,
Mr. Reddick.
I've not had a chance to review this. I would like to do so prior to the vote.
I'll retract my motion and make a motion for tabling this issue, and if possible, put it back on the agenda for next meeting.
Yes, we're gonna have to. Counselor Justin Salazar Torres.
You have a
Thank
motion
you.
for a table?
Okay, sorry. Yes, that's correct. There is a motion currently on the floor to table by Mayor Pro Tem Pegasus Martinez, second by Councilor Aaron Salazar. There's no discussion on the motion to table. Call for the roll. Mrs. Garcia.
Mayor Pro Tem Pegasus Martinez,
In favor?
Councilors Dennis Tim Salazar,
For the motion.
Aaron J. Salazar,
In favor.
Nanette De Rodriguez,
For the motion.
Justin Salazar Torres,
In favor.
Dorothy D. Valdez,
For the motion.
motion carries.
Thank you. Item C, resolution 2023-33, discussion approval of city calendar year 2024. Mr. Yuhan.
Okay, Mayor, you have in front of you, whereas the city of Espanola is a government agency operating within the state of New Mexico, and whereas the governing body of the city of Espanola believes it is in the best interest of the city of Espanola to adopt a resolution to ensure a clear schedule of the holidays to be observed for the next calendar year 2024. Now therefore, be it resolved that the city of Espanola adopts the following calendar for the 2024 calendar year. New Year's Day observed January 1, 2024. Martin Luther King Day, Martin Luther King Jr. Day, January 15th, 2024. President's Day, February 19th, 2024. Memorial Day, May 27th, 2024. Juneteenth, Independence Day, July 4th, 2024. Labor Day, September 2nd, 2024. Indigenous Peoples Day, October 14th, 2024. Veterans Day will be observed November 11th, 2024. Thanksgiving Day, November 28th and 29th, 2024. And Christmas Day, December 25th, 2024.
Motion to approve.
And the day after Christmas, Mayor,
Motion to approve, Councilor Justin Salazar Torres.
Second.
second by Councilman Rodriguez. Is there any discussion? Why don't I
Under
just,
discussion, Mayor.
under discussion, Councilor Justin Salazar Torres.
Thank you, City Manager, for this calendar. It would be nice if we could, we just ran into this issue with this last item on the agenda, so our staff knows what days they'd be off, for 2024 for the holiday, in December. We can include those, but I don't know, that's wise. I mean, we could table this to the next meeting and just include that as well, but just so they know and so we know, so we don't have to run into this error again. Thank you.
Thank you, Counselor.
We have a second and a motion.
So motion is second to adopt the motion. There's no further discussion. Ms. Garcia, would you please call the roll?
Mayor Pro Tem Peggy Sue Martinez.
In favor?
Councilors Dorothy D. Valdez.
For the motion.
Aaron J. Salazar.
In favor.
Nanette D. Rodriguez.
For the motion.
Justin Salazar Torres.
In favor.
Dennis Tim Salazar.
For the motion.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Item E,